Hi all. I have trained a small LM2 model. So this model, let me for first I will go into the training part. So what I have done is for getting the data loader light I have created. So this data loader light, what it will do is it will like how many batches you are giving, and in each batch how many characters you want, like text characters. So like if batch size is 8 and you want 256 characters, then that many, like 8 into 256 characters, it will give the chunks and then it will convert them into tokens. So like and whatever is the like in a batch 8 are there, 256 is the characters, and if at all you convert those 256 characters, then you might get 80 tokens. But if you pad the remaining 150 and make it to 256 length, then unnecessarily we are 150 padded tokens we are adding. So that's a big waste of this thing. So like 80 tokens are there. I am nearest whatever is the two power number that I am calculating. Like if 80 tokens are coming in a batch, like 256 characters are there, which is encoded into tokens. We got 80 tokens. So the nearest two power number is 128. So like I will fix that max strength as 128 and pad like from 80 to 128 I will pad use the padded token. So that's how I have generated the batches. So like another thing that I have done is loss part. So like padded tokens, we should not calculate the loss. So if you calculate the loss on if you calculate the loss on padded tokens, padded labels, that is not proper because they are not the correct values. So that part I am doing here, like some masking I am doing. So this is the lodgers that I got. This is the labels, accurate labels, target labels, and I am using mask. So this mask will take care that only the actual tokens loss is only used and not the padded tokens loss which is calculated. So this is about the training part. So if you see, this is the model that I have trained. This is the model architecture. So this is the small LM V2 model. So now what I have done is this model I have used Docker. So like and front end one a prompt client is this is the front end. Here we will give a prompt like text prompt, and whatever the training model that I have done, that is in the back end. This is LLM server. Here it is there. So whatever prompt we give here in client, that will go to the server. It will generate the text and send it back to the client, which it will display. So like I have built this Docker the thing, and I have created the images also. So if you see here, this is the container and these are the images, like server is this one, client is this one. Now let us run the, let us set up the both client and server. So it will take some time, like, so like, and then if you come here, if you go here and so client is on the port 8080. So I think it is not yet on. So it is still getting up, booting. So let's wait for some time. So client is now ready. So if you click here, client should be there. So this he is this, and server should also be running now because next server will run. So let it come now. I will take some text. This is the Shakespearean text on which you have trained this small LM V2 model. So this is the text on which I have trained. So let me take some text from here, like some text like this. I will take here, and then I paste the prompt. This is the client side of the application. So once the server is ready, then we can send this prompt to the server, and it will generate the text and show it in the here only. Here it will show in this client app only. So like server is in 8080, I think 800 is there. So it is not yet up because it is still running here. So let it run. So once it is ready, then we can send the request to the server, and it will generate the test and send it back to the client. So that's the thing. So these two things I have connected using Docker, like Docker Compose I have written. So like these things are connected by these two apps are connected by Docker. So, so apart from that, if you see initially when I was running this, my C drive is only 60 GB, so it was getting full. So like each drive is having some 300 GB free space. So I made some setting changes here and resources and all. Like advanced, I changed it to E drive like. So whatever is the images and whatever is the data that is there, that is going to be stored here. So this change I made initially, I had some hiccups like C drive was getting filled up because when I was building the Docker images, so memory was getting used up and the system was getting slow. So after this fix, the images were getting stored in the C drive, and there was no problem. Like some 300 GB is there in the D drive, so there was no issue. Like so, that's about this. And is it up? Wait 1 second. Yeah, server is up. So now if I click here, server is there. Now I have given this. Now generate, I will hit. So like we can set the maximum how many tokens you want to generate, like temperature value, how much you want to set, like from the hot top 50 probabilities you want to select, like so those all those things we can set here. Like so it is loading. So server is trying to generate the 100 tokens. So it will show after it has generated the 100 tokens. Let's see what is happening. Now prompt has come, I think now only it has come. So it has generated the prompt like so confess yourself wondrous, malicious and clearance since the traitor that our soul will was. I have be a man of deed too. So some text it is generating because I have trained only for some 5050 steps only I have trained this. Like if you train for more amount of time and bigger models, like this is less 135 million parameters model, and I have trained only 5000 steps, so the output is not that much good, but some text it is generating. So that's about this, and that's all about this app. So like you can give some other prompt again, change these parameters, generate again. So like you can do that. So that's the so this about SLM model which I trained, and client and server I have set up using Docker, and I have shown you that if I give a prompt, it goes to the server, it generates the tokens, sends it back to the client, and the client displays them. So that's about this application. Thank you very much.